Hola, buenos días, es Nico. Today, we're gonna, what are we talking about? Talking about racism. Oh yeah, racism within the gay community again, because more people of color, are still racist in the gay community. Just because they fuck people on camera doesn't mean they're not racist. So today, we're gonna be talking about people of color that are gay porn stars, gay adult actors, because the day of the porn star is over. It's just OnlyFans actors. So these OnlyFans actors are still racist, even though they're people of color. I'm glad that we're having this discussion. First, before we get into discussion, before I forget, plugging time. Follow me on Patreon to help me pay my bills. Follow me on Twitch if you want video games. I'm about to get my laptop on the 19th. Then I'm gonna get it refurbished. Then it'll be ready. Follow me on Instagram if you want some thirst traps. Follow me on Twitter if you want some humor, some social justice occasionally. I try not to make that my only thing because it's like very taxing emotionally to keep telling people that they're stupid. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm done plugging. Y'all know me. Every time I say that, I remember something else. But yeah, I think that's it. Also, before we start off, I don't know if you can tell, I got new contacts. So the thing is, before anyone drags me, because I have a project that's coming up that I did like a year and a half ago that was just delayed for no fucking reason. So I used to wear color contacts and I've been desperately trying to get normal contacts because that's a phase. Like everybody goes through the phase. And I know I drag people that wear certain types of color contact because my thing is I'm okay with any kind of color contacts that is natural looking on a person of color. If you go with green, if you go with hazel, if you go with like a honey brown, I don't care. That looks it looks natural enough that it's not jarring. If you go with blue, if you go with gray, that's when I'm like, girl, you're doing too much. So before anyone drags me, because I know it's gonna look kind of funky because they had me with a terrible lighting setup because they were trying to. Anyway, let me. So that's gonna look janky, and I know that. So I'm just catching it before y'all drag me. But yeah. So basically, I don't understand why people think people of color means that you're excused from racism. Notice how we had to divide that up to BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Because people of color does not mean unity. I understand you all want to hide behind that umbrella, but it does not mean unity. We've seen it time and time again, where people of color will say, oh, we're all united. Oh, it's all unity. We're all friends and shit. And they'll have our happy black asses dancing in a circle while they join our oppressors and still attack us. Yeah, because they're desperately trying to cling to whiteness. That's what's happening. So yeah, we're gonna address it with two in particular people. One who just blew up because he was just ignorant. I mean, I had the video. The other, not enough people talk about it for me. Because I see black people throwing themselves at him, and somebody even addressed it on my Twitter saying, yeah, I actually let it slide in 2020 when he was racist because I'm like, I'm black and I'm not offended, but I slowly started to realize as I'm not seeing him interact with black people that he's just completely racist, and now I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't let this shit slide just because they didn't target you in particular. They're talking about a group of black people. That's how they feel about all black people. So we're gonna start off with Poppy Johnson. I don't know this man. He's not my type, you know. He has a cute face, but he's like really skinny. I'm not really that into twinks. But yeah, so he's not my type. But this came up because people were like, oh, you follow him? No, I wasn't following him. Somebody tagged me in the video so that I could drag him. Sorry for moving fast, but I'm on like a short time schedule because I got to get to my Patreon live. But yeah, so it's like, this man, I was not following him. They tagged me to drag him, and that I did because he got on live and he said, I don't care if I called you the N-word with the ER because you deserve to be called that because you was talking your shit, so I'm gonna talk mine. You got under my skin, so I'm gonna get under yours. And then he got mad when people were saying you're racist.
And I'm not gonna give a shit if I fucking call you a because you know what? You fucking deserve to be called that. You ain't gonna be fucking talking your shit and expect me not talk my fucking shit. Yeah, you got in my fucking skin. I'm gonna get underneath yours and clean.
Because I don't understand how you can have a problem with the individual as a person of color and we're all supposed to be united and we're supposed to be one big happy family under this umbrella. And then you go straight to the N-word whenever you're mad at a black person. It doesn't make sense because That's what makes, like, y'all get on my nerves with this shit. Because, and it's like, it's so funny because somebody kept saying, he's not racist. Y'all just don't understand. It was the heat of the moment. He has black friends and his fiance is black. I don't know how many fucking times I gotta tell you people this. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you this. When you are angry, you do not go to racial slurs. When I have been angry with anybody of a different race and or ethnicity, I have not gone to a racial slur. Where do y'all learn that? I don't understand how every other person of color has a phase where, oh yeah, I was just racist, or I'm only racist when I'm angry. And black people have never done that. Sure, there are some like racist black people and or black people can't be racist. Prejudice, whatever you want to call it. They exist. People like that exist. But I've never sat down and gone, okay, well, you made me upset, so I'm gonna call you a racial slur. That's ridiculous. You are racist. Just because you take black dick, just because, oh my god, I love BBC. I can't be racist. Shut up. That does not mean you aren't racist. Because the fact that people are like, oh, well, his fiance is black. I've never seen his fiance, but just because you're taking black dick does not mean you aren't racist. Because you can fuck somebody, lay up with somebody, have a family with them, and still think terrible things about them. That doesn't change anything. Just the fact that most of his videos involving his husband, fiance, all say, oh, I love BBC. BBC is this, BBC is that. Bitch, that's a fetish. That's racism and a fetish. That is not, what do you want me to say to that? Okay, well, you're taking black dick so you can call people the hard ER. Get the fuck out of here. But and he kept blocking everybody because he posted this long-winded ass explanation which basically said, y'all don't know the full story. I'm sorry that I offended y'all. What else did he say? I like half skimmed through that shit and I screenshotted it because he ended up deleting it because people were like, you full of shit. So he was like, y'all don't know the full story and y'all gonna attack me if I say I'm sorry or not. And my husband is black. I can't be racist. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, whatever you gotta tell yourself. Point is, that bitch went private. She blocked anybody that said anything about her. It's like, girl, you don't get on. My thing is, at least some of these porn stars, at least some of these OnlyFans girlies that aren't black, at least they have the common sense and forethought to be like, I'm gonna be racist behind closed doors. This bitch went onto her Instagram story and posted him calling people the hard ER. Saying, well, you got beef and we got beef and you was talking shit about me, so it's okay that I can call you the racial slur. You don't understand. You got under my skin, so I'm about to call you. What people don't understand is that racial slurs don't really affect black people anymore because like we got called racial slurs all the time, especially in the Latino community. It's like, do you know how many times I've been called prieto or like just like disparaging things for black people? So it's like, what do you want me to say? Oh, my heart, bitch, no. Now you're just about to get lit up in public. So, let's continue on to Alpha Top Wolf 22. I think that's his name. I've never been interested in this man. He looks kind of funny because he looks constipated in every video that he does. Because he like leans back and shit. It's weird. It's weird, and I can say it because he's racist. So it's like he looks constipated in every one of his videos, and people just go crazy over him because he's like hairy. So it's like, when the DMs leaked, basically he was hitting on this little twink with a big booty, but that had like a high-pitched voice. He was like, ooh, I love that you got the build and the booty, and I love sliding into boy pussy, and you have the high feminine voices to make me nut, but I'm very selective, ... You can't just be taking any kind of dick, ... Especially black tops, because they feel like every white boy with a big booty wants them. And I have this screenshot. So basically, he doesn't fuck people that have sex with black people. Essentially, that's what he's saying. So he doesn't fuck black people. He just got exposed for saying he does not fuck with anyone that fucks black people. Where's the disconnect? Where's the, like, nobody cared. It gained no traction. I'm just like, y'all really let this man say he doesn't fuck black people and he doesn't fuck people that have been, quote unquote, read between the lines, tainted by black people. And y'all still hyping this nigga up. Do you know how many black people I've seen hyping this nigga up? And I'm just sitting here like, okay, girl, whatever you say, because he followed up with the explanation. I don't have a screenshot for this one. You don't understand. This is like a year or two ago, so I had to dig deep into Twitter archives. And the Twitter thread that was exposing racist porn stars, their account got suspended, of course, because porn stars were upset that they were being exposed as racist. So it's like, I had to get that one, but he later on expressed that they just make him feel inadequate because they have big dicks or whatever, and he doesn't. And My thing is, I remember I said in that thread, I'm like, the fact that you don't have dick, how does that correlate to black tops? Baby, even if black tops weren't in the scenario, you would not have a big dick. Like, that's the thing. People need to stop letting their insecurities turn into racism. Because I've seen black people thirst after him. I've seen biracial people thirst after him. It's like, what? Why is racism okay? This is kind of like the colorism conversation where why is racism excused because you want to fuck the person? Like, do you not have self-respect? Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing. No, couldn't be me. But also because he looks constipated. It's like, I was never interested in him. And then when it came out that he was racist, I'm like, oh, well, it didn't really bother me because I wasn't interested in him. But yeah, I want to ask, why do people of color, quote unquote, if we are so solid and a unity, why do you instinctively get racist behind either closed doors or whenever you have an issue with a black person? Because it's not even just white people, because, you know, I'm Afro-Latino, so I've been around Latinos most of my life. Mexicans, Cubans, Salvadorians, like, I've been around a lot of Latinos in my life. So it's like, anti-blackness exists everywhere. Racism exists everywhere. In Cuba, you know, they were segregated as well. They were also segregated. So it's like, racism exists, and I don't know why y'all aren't addressing it. Just because we're all people of color. But yeah, so that's it. That's this video. I just wanted to expose some more racism because that's what I do. You know, if you act stupid in public, I'm gonna expose you in public. Ta 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 ta. You know. But yeah, please leave me your thoughts on this. Do you think that people of color, black people, and indigenous people really do have a solidarity, or do you think that it's just a bigger front so that they aren't basically exposed and confronted on their racism and anti-blackness? Do you think that? Do you think taking BBC excuses your racism? Let me know. Do you think someone saying that you are tainted and aren't eligible for sex because you've been fucked by a black person is okay because they look constipated and have a beard? Let's talk about that. Let's have this conversation. I'm really interested in having this conversation. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And once again, a quick thank you to all my patrons on Patreon, and a quick shout out to my third eye tier patrons. Your support means everything to me and helps me do this a lot more smoothly. I will also be listing this week's live stream topic in case anybody wants to join in on the fun. I'll see you guys there.